Okay, so I'm going to let you into a little secret. Well, hello guys, happy Vlogmas Day 15. How are you? I'm actually going to touch on a subject in this video that might be a little bit taboo because I haven't vlogged today for lots of reasons, and I hope that's okay because you did say you like these chatty ones. Now please make sure, one, you subscribe if you're not already, and two, make sure that you stay for a bit, because at the end of this video, this is not going to be announced unless you've watched this video to this point, but there's going to be a video from last year that I actually took down, and there's some very personal stuff in there that I shared, and I'm actually going to add it onto this end of this video. Last year when we rang in the new year, I set myself a target to see if I could manifest something quite big that it's going to remain personal to me. What I said in that was about manifesting things for like the course of the year, and how I last year set myself this intention on this manifestation. So many noises, my chair's creaking, the dog's gnawing. I set myself so many manifestations last year that came right at the last minute, but I will share that video with you in a sec. Let's just talk about this taboo subject of, could you imagine this time last year if we said what was going to happen now? How would we on earth have coped with that? We got disturbed and I don't know where I am because I was recording on my phone. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take that call. It was important. So yeah, you guys said that you quite like these very raw sit down chatty videos, and I'm thinking they're so easy to do, and I've got so much to say all the time as a kind of like philosophy kind of thing, and I'm really getting into that lately because, as you know, I'm starting my PhD on the 5th, and that's all kind of along the lines of that. So really easy to talk about, and I hope that you guys gain something from it, because this is supposed to be about the power of manifestation and how things don't always go to plan. Because yes, I do believe we can manifest whatever we want to be, do or have, but if you said last year, if I'd have been sitting here up now, I think there was this whole thing was bubbling away somewhere, wasn't it? But if you'd have said to us last year, right, this is what's going to happen, and this is what you guys have got to do, and you've got to use all of this patience. Now this is about patience, definitely, this video, about patience and manifestations. How on earth do we find it? And I'll tell you how, and it's the same as, I'm going to use this quote, and this is awful and very un-PC. When I used to take mum out and she'd see really obese people, now I know the ins and outs of why they're that obese and what happens to their biochemistry, but mum's very judgy about that. She goes, how on earth do they get like that? And I say, the way they get like that, mum, is 1 pound at a time, the same way as you lose weight, 1 pound at a time. And it's the same with being patient. If you think about it, right, I don't know why I'm doing this and it's not even a Monday. I get these things all the time that I feel like you guys can go, yeah, that's me, and pat yourself on the back. Didn't I do well because I was patient with this and this and this? Now, honestly, if you said to me, and that's in relation to this video that's coming in a minute, that's so personal, and that's why I took it down YouTube, because I thought I'm sharing stuff here that's way more personal than I need to be sharing on the internet. And if you know me, some of you do who watch, and you've known my story over 2020, you will know how deep I, along with all of the population of the world, has had to dig in so far to keep patient this year. Whether that's as simple as, like, I'm a bit miffed at the minute that we are tier 3 as most of the southeast. I don't know about the rest of the country. Loads of us are in the UK now, which means the pubs are shut, the restaurants are shut, you can't go and celebrate Christmas and stuff like that, and I see why, so let's not have that debate. But you know, my birthday's coming, we had a meal booked for Christmas Eve and a few drinks, the twins are turning 21, you know, and it's just a bit, oh, what a shame. But if you told me, and think about this from yourself, if you'd said this time last year, right, you're not going to be able to, I mean, when we first went in lockdown at the beginning of March, listen to him, I was like, what about these people who've got little children? Because I can remember from the twins, every 5 minutes they needed a new pair of shoes, and I was like, what are they going to do? They're going to have no shoes. It's literally going to be like that. And things have changed now from that, but it's as simple as you can't go out and spend time with your loved ones, or your plans as you had hoped they would be have changed so much. And this makes me actually feel a little sad, because in this video that I'm going to show you in a second, I was so full of hope and so full that this manifestation that I tried all of 2019 to allow in this time last year had just come, and I was so full of hope in this video. And I think sometimes Christmas does that, and it allows you to feel so warm and I don't know the words to use, but and looking back at the me then, I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm doing this a lot on this channel lately. Might just be my age thing, I don't know. But I was so full of hope for this holy grail that I really thought I'd found. And in that video, I was just so full of like, oh my God, this is the final thing, and then I've got it all. And this time this year, what I'd imagined from making that video, I'm pointing to my computer that I'm about to edit it on there for you. There's a lot of stuff you don't need me to say, like, hello, welcome to my special, but I'll just cut all that out. And, you know, I'd had this like, oh my God, and now here I am now. But this is the point of this video, is I'm okay, and you're okay, and we're going to look back on this time and think, gosh, look at what we went through. Look at how we get out of bed one day and have a really crappy day and think, how am I going to get through this? And somehow we would. And that's what this channel is about. It's the lusher life thing, you know. Life might not be perfect because we're humans, but we can make it as good as we can through our beliefs and our faith and our trust. And at the moment, and the last few days, I've been a bit like, do you know, this trust and this faith and this belief is a little bit challenging for all of us this year. And I look back to that hope, and I wonder if I'll look back at this video in a year's time and think, wow, that was hard. That Lou was tapping into some tough stuff there. And look at me now, you know, or things might not be even, things might be, look back till now and be, great, look at that. You know, because we just don't know. So that said, where is it? Thanks, Jules. I'm going to mention this again. This book and the chapter that I'm in, and let me just show you I've shown you this before, I think, my bookmark. It's the cutest thing in the world, like a little dog that moves. How cute. This is all about that. You know, you've heard this expression before. If you look at the past, you're worrying. If you look at the future, you're worrying. You know, there's anxiety and there's depression and all of that. But if you're here and now, like what's happening here and now, I'm fine. I've got my lovely snowy dog. I've got my cute little fairy lights. I'm talking to you guys, which I love. I'm feeling such a connection, particularly YouTube and Instagram. I'm just feeling it with you, and it's lovely. And here and now, things are great. Things are fine. If I start to think about, look at me back then, there was all that hope, and look at me where I might be in a year's time, and where am I now? You know, it might not have all come together as I'd hoped and wanted it to from that video, but we're okay. We're doing okay. Hang on in there. We have got this. We are going to go so deep next year into the philosophy of being a human being and how we can know that we've got our negative stuff, our stuff that's happened to us as humans. Because you show me one person that hasn't got a tragic story from their childhood. Either they were bullied, they didn't have the greatest home life, their brother and sister fought with them, or whatever, they were poor, whatever it is, someone's got that something. Someone's got those battle scars. And yet we know, and you guys know on this channel, you go through that always in the hope that there's going to be that lush a bit more. So this has been quite a sad thing that I'm approaching here, and I think you might see why when you see this video. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it uplifts you that little bit more. Christmas Eve's going to be lovely. I don't quite know what tomorrow might bring. I might even do a little live, and you guys can join in with the questions and answers then. If you would like a live, please do comment below, #live, and I might do that. So enjoy this video. Please know it's really personal, and that's why I took it down. Oh, I feel sad to share, but you know what, the fat lady ain't sung yet. It's not over till the fat lady's sung. And sometimes digging in and finding that hope, given our current situation with the world, is tricky, but it's not impossible. And we've got to stay positive. We've got to. Somebody said to me yesterday, sometimes you've got to turn towards the sunshine so you don't see the shadows. And I love that, but I think you've got to look at the shadows, recognise that they're there, then look at the sun and appreciate all that that is. And I think it's a balance between those. So without further ado, 2019 Lou sitting by her 2019 Christmas tree. Lots of love from me as always. Take care. Okay, so I'm going to let you into a little secret. Last year when we rang in the new year, I set myself a target to see if I could manifest something quite big that it's going to remain personal to me. I was like, this year I'm gonna, you know, and there was quite a few things that I wanted to tick the sort of bucket list, and then there's a couple of other manifestations that I thought, right, I'm really going to go for that this year, put it out there and see what happens. And kind of, I'm quite good at leaving it to unfold. But you do wonder, and here we are in sort of the 11th hour, and I'm a bit like, this year's nearly over and this manifestation hasn't come into fruition. And I was at the stage about October time thinking, nah, it's not going to happen now. It's you know, but I have let that go. It wasn't up. It's not going to happen now, and there was an air of desperation about it, because you've got to bear that in mind. That's your negative energy, and negative energy doesn't allow manifestations to happen. So yeah, I was sort of thinking, okay, it's probably not going to happen now. It was a bit of a big one, and you know, for me to sort of put that out there and expect it to happen was maybe asking a bit much. But here we are, it is really bubbling away, and I actually think it is going to happen. What, we've got 2 weeks left of this year, something like that. Why is it only now? I think it's probably because, how can I explain? So you got your, in my eyes, my manifestation was going to happen by the end of this year. So I set that intention of by the end of this year, and it is now the end of this year. So it hasn't happened throughout the year. It's happened at the end of the year as I set the intention for. Now, if you're sitting there waiting for that something, that you're doing everything else right, but you're thinking it's not coming, or there's a time scale on it or something like that, bear in mind that you need the patience and you need the positive energy around it. Because if you start to be all like, oh, it's not going to happen, or I'm waiting, or desperation. I'm going to refer to this story again. Oprah Winfrey, when she she went for The Colour Purple, you know, the film The Colour Purple, and it was like really her breakthrough. There's a big story about it. She's spoken about it so many times. She was just really wanted this role in this film, and she did everything that she thought she should have done. And then she got to the stage, she was so desperate about it, and she went and I think she was in a field or something like that, and she got to her knees and she prayed in total desperation, and she was saying like, please God, I'm going to leave it over to you. And she just let it go. When she let it go, it manifested in Steven Spielberg. I mean, God, you know, talk about half measures, not much. So he got in touch with her, and he was like, he got the part. And it's that art of letting go. So these things all kind of need to go in. But I just want to say to you, like, if it hasn't happened yet, sometimes the journey on the way and the unfolding and everything that needs to happen first will take you to that manifestation in the end. So be patient, let it happen, and when it does, then congratulate yourself and think, yeah, I'm a great manifester. I mean, there's not much I can't manifest, whether it be something stupid like, oh, where was we? Oh, yeah, let me tell you this one. So me and the twins went to Winter Wonderland. I said to Nathan, it was so lovely this year, you coming and choosing the Christmas tree. I said, because that's such a kind of, you know, man of the house type of thing to do. I said, and if we was out in the countryside many years ago, you would have gone out with the axe and you'd have chopped down the wood, and you'd have come back in with the tree. And then we turned the corner, and there was a guy there, you might have seen it on yesterday's vlog, chiseling out the wood out of this angel. And Nathan went, Mum, you've done it again. And these sorts of things happen all the time. And when those little things do happen, that was insignificant to my life, other than it was just showing me, yep, you can do this. It's reaffirming, it's the affirmations, and oh my God, I'm so excited about like getting this information out to you, because we haven't spoken about that on Motivational Monday in ages. So now we're going to, and you're going to do this and have this lusher life heading into 2020. Don't you think 2020 sounds like a really like good number? Sounds like a sort of a year that you sort of think, oh yeah, that's quite a good number. I don't know, on my new diary it's like, oh, that looks really pretty. So I'm going to head off, have a lovely week, build up to the week before Christmas, isn't it? And I will look forward to seeing you in next Monday's video. Tomorrow there's a vlog scheduled for 4 AM in the morning, which you're going to enjoy, and that was us like decorating and putting the tree up. It was quite funny. Jasmine's really funny in parts. So make sure you've subscribed and hit the notifications bell, and I'll look forward to seeing you down there in the comments. Come and say hello, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, thanks as always. Bye for now.